Welcome to the first episode of the Crystal Podcast. We are dedicating this whole episode to something that doesn't get much attention in Christian spaces, which is mental health. So we're going to talk about how Christian men deal with mental health. And joining me in this conversation, I have the one and only Mr. John Carr. Bro, how are you doing, man? Okay, so happy to have you on my first episode, bro.
Yeah, Sam, I'm also happy to be here, though.
Yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about mental health. Mental health. Men are expected to provide, to be strong, to always look like everything is working well. But nobody talks about how we feel on the deep inside. Nobody gets into our inner world. Nobody talks about the stress, the anxiety, the depression, what it takes to become the man they want us to become. So today we're gonna be talking about that. But my first question, I wanna know, man, where did you first learn that men don't talk about how they feel?
Well, I'm a man too. I do the same, like I'm passing through the same thing.
Yeah.
And I learned through myself that I really can't talk about everything I'm doing or what I'm going through. And that's actually real. I feel like every man got that thing somehow. Like we don't really open up, even though to the people that we trust. Sometimes it's not because we can't, but it's because we don't want to put them into our shit,
Yeah, that's true.
Like our family members, the people we love, we care more about them more than how we care about us. So whatever I'm doing, if it hurting me, I wouldn't like to share it to somebody because I don't want them to having the same stress I'm having. And some others just don't share because they feel like they'll look less masculine.
Yeah.
The world is changing and this generation is messed and fucked up. I would tell my friend about how I'm feeling or what I did that is troubling my mind, and they'll go and share it to other people, or they'll start mocking me through what I'm going through, or they start taking advantage of what I'm going through. So I think there are somehow things that make people don't speak.
So to be honest, it's just a form of masculinity that's been promoted, that men have to be that have to have everything figured out. They have to be strong. They have to look emotionally strong,
For real,
and the perspective, like how people gonna view you if you act a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah, that's right. Because as we were growing up, our fathers could you just find your dad is handling everything in the house, and you feel like it's actually normal, bro.
Have you ever seen your father cry?
I think yeah.
Okay, let me say this. Most of the time, like the small times, the 1 in a million time we saw our parent crying, it could be like in funerals or like something serious, but we never saw them expressing how they feel on the inside, because father figures are just people that we see having everything figured out. We don't care about the stress. We just want, okay, that I want this, and I want this. So that's how we develop the masculinity and how people expect us to be. And I think that's it. And even people are promoting saying that men don't cry, because when we're young, bro,
let me tell you something. I actually disagree with this social media thing where they say, as a man, why would you cry? Where they say, as a man, why would you do something? That shit is fucked up. Look, a man is also a person that have emotion and is free to express them. So you don't think a man is a robber? Nah, he's not. We just hold it too close to ourselves. We don't want to share what we're going through, but deep down, men are going through a lot. When I started growing up, when I started having maturity and shit, I could start getting close to my dad, like asking questions like, how'd you get all this? How'd you get things figured out? You have like a bunch of this whole family. You feed us, you always give us whatever we want and shit. We got our mom, our sisters, our brother, you handle all of us. How do we do that? And they'll be like, they can't really open it all to you, but it will just show you all those stuff. You just see in their eyes like this guy is the man. It's just like too much. and a man deserves someone who's gonna be there for them, not for what they have or for what they offer, but for who they truly are.
Who there?
You know, basically right now, all this I'm not hitting on women, or I'm not shooting all this back shot and shit, but most of women right now are expecting a man just for provision.
Yeah.
Which is actually so sad. Look, why don't we men expect your woman for provision, but we take you all as you are because we love you, you know? So why can't you just love a man for who he is, like for who he is, not for what he can provide?
And that's my next question. Like the weight of what we carry as men, we carry a lot of expectation, family expectation, society, social media. Mostly when we are still in our 20s, bro. And there are people that expect us to have everything figured out. Yeah, and they make it a norm that a man should have a car, a man should have a house, a man should have this and that. They have, like, for real, man.
I mean, that's so sad.
Like those expectations. I want us to talk about those expectations. How do you feel
Personally, personally, I think that's not right. Look, it's alright to get someone who has already figured life out.
Yeah.
Very good. But if a man is still hustling and he love you,
respect them, man?
you don't have to reject them because they don't have anything to provide yet.
Yeah.
Because every man has a vision, every man has a future, but it matters of like time and the family background and shit.
No, and another thing, bro. You know, we come from different places.
Exactly.
We are people that, okay, there are different type of men. There are men that's were born with the golden plate, you know. They have everything they want. But there are some of us that started from zero, man. We start from zero. We expect nothing from no one, and we are trying to build ourselves from scratch. So you expect me to have everything all figured out, yet I'm trying to build my life and become the man I want to be. So in that process, I don't need someone that's gonna make me think that I'm less of myself because I don't have everything. I need someone that will be with me in the process, in the journey of becoming. So
Look, I think that thing is really affecting man's mental health.
for real.
Because let's say, you know, love is strong thing. So if I love a woman, or if any man loves a woman, like their life is still in the law, and that woman shows them that they can't get them since they can provide to them. So me as a man, it's gonna affect my mental health. I'm gonna feel less of myself. I'm gonna feel like I'm failing in life. I'm gonna feel like a loser because I'm trying to be compared to someone who has already figured it out, you know? And that affects man's mental health. And there is just this, you can actually provide to a woman, you can do everything, but still they get crossover, you know?
That's just harsh. They'll still do what they gotta do. Talking about that, bro. Talking about that, you know, people don't understand something. You know, women are born with value, but men create their value as they grow. You understand? It's easy for a woman to actually lose her value, her reputation. But for us men, we were born without that reputation. We are trying to create our name and make a story for ourselves. So when you have a man, don't stress him. Life is already stressing him. So don't add another weight of stress in his life. Bring peace. At least bring peace. Because men don't ask for a lot, man. Men ask for just respect and peace. Give me some peace, give me some respect. I'm cool with that. You understand? And don't bring me stress, because that's the thing. That's the thing. And men ended up being treated as nothing, treated as less of a man. You know, some men don't cheat because they don't love the woman that they're. Some do cheat because they feel less of themselves to a woman they are there with a woman. I will have this woman and if I give her, even though I give her anything, I show how much I love her, but she still make me feel less of myself. And some other women out there, they make me feel more of a man. They respect me, they give me all that value. Something I would like to see, but I really feel like I'm more of myself to this woman, but I'm already engaged to this woman. So I'll be into the middle thing. I've never gone through that, but I know a lot of men go through that thing, and all those things affect a man's mental health. And speak of which, all these young men who are trying to like
make it out. You know, the generation is like going very, very fast. And right now, a 23-year-old man wants to be financially free, which is good, but it's kind of scary, you know.
For real.
Like all these past generations, like the average age of being financially free was in 30s, you know. But right now we're in 20s, but we want to be financially free. Just very good. Yeah, it's a very good mentality. But it's actually so hard, you know. You get to go through hell on earth, bro, because you have to think a lot. You have to do whatever you have to do to get the money. You need to find love, and sometimes love don't work. Sometimes your friends, your family, they don't trust your process. They don't trust what you're doing. It's just too much. Speaking of religion, you feel like you are out of God's stuff because you are putting too much pressure. You feel like you are under a curse. What happened to me when you see 20 years old people having all figured out on social media, going to places, having cars and all that, and you feel like, man, what did I do? You feel like you crashed, bro. So spoiler alert, if you are a sister, you are a friend, please check on your male friend. We are going through a lot. You need to check on your man. You need to check on your brother. You need to check on your homeboys. Ask them how they're feeling. Ask them their mental, how they think things. We all going through shit right now. I think that's how we're speaking.
So let's wrap it up. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for following this first episode.
What the next episode, son?
Just gonna come up on the second episode, and June is all about men's mental health. Go and check on your people. Go and check on the men around you. Thank you, and see you on the next episode.
Ciao.
Ciao.